Welcome to The Explainer. Do you ever get that feeling that the years are just slipping by and you're not really in the driver's seat? Well, today we are breaking down Arnold Bennett's incredible advice on how to stop just existing and start truly living, all within the same 24 hours everyone else gets.
Okay, let's just dive right in. Bennett starts by framing time not as money, but as something way more valuable. He calls it the inexplicable raw material of everything. I mean, think about it. You wake up in the morning and poof, your purse is magically filled with 24 brand new hours. It's the most precious thing you own.
He actually calls this daily supply of 24 hours a miracle, and this right here shows you why. Unlike money, nobody can steal your time. Nobody gets more or less than you do. It's a perfect democracy in that way. And you can't go into time debt. You can only waste the moment you're in. Tomorrow is always waiting for you, totally fresh and unspoiled.
And yet, even with this incredible equal gift, how many of us feel this? That nagging sense that we're just mismanaging it all. We keep telling ourselves, oh, I'll get to it when I have more time. But here's Bennett's tough love. We are never going to have any more time. We have right now all the time there is.
So, if we all have the exact same amount of time, what's the real problem here? According to Bennett, it has nothing to do with finding more hours. It's about completely changing our attitude toward the hours we've already got.
And this chart right here, this visualizes our biggest mistake. For someone with a regular job, say 10 to 6, we treat those 8 hours as the day. And everything else, the other 16 hours, that's just the prologue and the epilogue. It's just the opening and closing credits to the main show. I mean, really think about that for a second. We mentally write off 2/3 of our life and subordinate it to the 1/3 that, let's be honest, we often just want to get through. Bennett says this is totally illogical, and it completely kills our interest in the vast majority of our own lives.
Okay, so let's get to the solution. Because Bennett's fix is, well, it's elegant, it's powerful, and it doesn't require anything but a really simple but profound mental shift.
Here it is. This is the big idea. Bennett says you have to mentally flip the script. You create a day within a day. This new inner day starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 10 a.m. Those 16 hours outside of your job, that is your real day. That's your life.
And this quote just nails the new mindset. During those 16 hours, you're not defined by your job title. You are completely free. You have the exact same resource, time, as a person with a massive private income. It is your time to improve your body, your mind, and your relationships. Now, to make this practical, he says, look, start small. Don't try to change your entire life overnight. Just reclaim 7.5 hours a week. That's it. 3 evenings for 90 minutes and maybe 30 minutes each morning. He promises that this small investment will energize the entire week.
But wait, before you can start filling that newfound time with amazing things, there's one crucial step you have to take first. You have to train the main tool you're going to be using, your own mind. Because without control over your thoughts, all this free time is just going to vanish.
For Bennett, this is non-negotiable. He argues that without the power to concentrate, a true life is impossible. People complain about not being able to focus, but he says it's a skill you can learn, if you choose to. Controlling your mind is the first step to living a full life.
So he lays out this really simple but tough exercise you can do on your daily commute. You don't need any books or apps. Just pick a subject, and when your mind wanders, trust me it will, you just bring it back by the scruff of the neck. And you do it again and again. The secret, he says, is just not giving up.
And to make this exercise really useful, he suggests concentrating on something practical. For instance, read a short passage from a Stoic philosopher like Marcus Aurelius in the evening, and then spend your whole morning commute really thinking about it, turning it over in your mind. This kind of mental discipline, he says, can actually cure real problems, like chronic worry.
All right, so you're starting to reclaim a few hours here and there. You're working on training your mind. What should you actually do with those sacred 90-minute evenings? The answer might not be what you think.
Bennett really stresses that this isn't just for bookworms. You can systematically study literally anything that sparks your interest. You could learn to truly listen to music, to understand the architecture around you, to see cause and effect in politics, or even dig deeper into the hidden drama of your own job.
And this quote, this is the whole idea right here. The tremendous, changeful picturesqueness of life is absolutely everywhere if you just train yourself to see it. An office clerk could study the incredible history of their city. A banker could find thrills in the history of finance. Nothing is boring if you're curious. Now, if reading is your thing, Bennett has some specific tips. He champions poetry because it really demands mental effort, and he warns against just passively letting words wash over you. He says you should be thinking and reflecting for at least half the time you spend reading.
Okay, before you get all fired up and rush off to start this new life, Bennett has a few really important warnings. He knows this path is full of traps, and he wants you to be ready for them. He points out 4 big dangers. First, don't be a prig. You know, that person who gets all superior about their new routine? Second, don't become a slave to your own schedule. It has to serve you, not the other way around. Also, try to avoid that constant feeling of being rushed. And maybe most important, avoid failure by starting small so you don't burn out.
His main advice for avoiding all those traps is this: start with the small, manageable effort. The boost in self-confidence you get from succeeding at a small, consistent task is huge. So don't make some grand announcement. Just start, quietly, for you.
So, I'll leave you with Bennett's central question. The next 90 minutes of your day are coming. They're yours, they're guaranteed, and no one can take them from you. What are you going to do to truly live them?